loosey-goosey, man. You know what I mean? A little bit loosey-goosey, bro. I'm too rigid in my videos now. I don't understand why. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on the Buster Live channel. Now, in today's video, we have a very, very interesting topic to be discussing. Now, the reason it's so interesting is because we've actually talked about it on the channel before, and it was quite a big situation when it was going around. Not nearly big enough, if you ask me, but it was quite big regardless. Now, for those of you that weren't around the channel 4, 5, maybe 6 months ago at this point, you'll definitely not know about the video that I made on a creator named FazeMew back in the day. Now, the reason FazeMew found himself as the center of a video here on the channel was because he was accused of alleged SA against another creator in the community named AshtroNova. That's feeling better! AshtroNova claims to have gotten incredibly intoxicated one night when meeting up with a group of content creators, including FazeMew. According to her story, FazeMew had remained completely sober while she had gotten incredibly intoxicated, and after ending up alone with FazeMew, had intimate gestures pushed upon her while she was in this intoxicated state. Now, AshtroNova claims that there was no consent given from what she can remember, but she does remember sex taking place that night. Now, the last thing we heard from FazeMew about this situation was many months ago at this point. He's gone completely radio silent on all of this after giving himself a horrible look in regards to the situation on a live stream shortly after the allegations surfaced. I also made a video on that as well. Anyways, as I was saying before, FazeMew has gone completely radio silent on this situation. That is until today. Today, FazeMew has broken his silence on the whole situation, attempting to discredit the allegations made against him many months ago. Allegations that, frankly, at this point, if he ignored, he probably could have successfully moved past and allowed to be buried in time. But as we've come to learn so far, and as we'll come to learn even further throughout this video, this guy's not very smart. Real quick, I just want to mention, if anybody has any information on this situation, if anybody involved in this situation wants to speak to me on my live stream or have some sort of platform, obviously mine's not very big, but have some sort of platform to speak on this situation on, I'd be happy to provide it. Okay, I've been covering this situation since it first happened, since it first took place, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. I think it's going to be way too easy for this. All but confirmed serial fucking to just get away with this if more people aren't trying to hop on this and more people aren't trying to get the actual bring more awareness to it, essentially. Now, if you've ever visited my channel before, you'll know that I'm a strong supporter of the idea of innocent until proven guilty. Even in this situation, I absolutely am. I will acknowledge the fact that there's been no evidence to prove the fact that this alleged SA took place. However, the amount of effort that has gone into covering this situation up, as well as the god-awful response he made on his live stream back in the day, in which he literally threatened one of the victims of this alleged SA with life ruination if they didn't stop making allegations against him. Run the clip. Yeah, that's right. Run the clip.
Are you with Panda?
He's streaming right now.
Okay. Whenever he's done, can you look into this thing that's happening right now on Twitter? Somebody that we used to talk to who right, who was like spreading lies and stuff. They're back at it again. So I'm just trying to like see what Panda can do.
Okay, I will talk to him as soon as he's available.
Perfect. Thank you. If you're in here, Space Buns, that was Maddie Honey. Thank you. Seriously, I don't know what Panda has on you. But Panda's a very like, you know, he knows his shit. And he told me that you would like back the fuck up. And seeing as you haven't, like, let me see what this is. If it's something to put you into another depressive spiral, I'm not trying to make fun of people who go into depression. I wouldn't wish that amongst my worst enemies, but I would definitely wish it on you.
And also his most recent response, which we'll take a look at in just a minute, I think it's pretty safe to say that FazeMew at least has something to hide. So on the 26th of May, yesterday as of me recording this video, Astro went ahead and tweeted out, "I am not the reason he got dropped from Faze. His own actions are what got him dropped from Faze." And attached to this tweet is one Google Doc, including the events of the whole situation from front to back, as well as a Google Drive with multiple different women reaching out to AshtroNova, corroborating all of her events, and saying that they went through similar situations. Now believe me fellas, when I tell you I'm going to be going into depth with this situation tomorrow on my live stream, so make sure you guys catch that. But anyways, with that shameless little plug out of the way, I'm not sure exactly what the inspiration for AshtroNova to tweet this out was, but Mew ended up responding to this by quote tweeting it with a YouTube video link. Now the video is currently unlisted on his channel, but it's still accessible through his public Twitter. And to break the video down for you guys, because we're not going to watch a whole lot of it, but to break it down for you guys, to tell you what it really is, to give you guys the short and sweet of it, all it really is is Mew having recorded the moments leading up to the alleged assault taking place with his phone in his pocket and without AshtroNova being aware of it. Now keep in mind, Mew has been denying the validity of these allegations for many months now, which means him quote tweeting this with this YouTube link, in my opinion, what I presume this to be is him trying to further discredit the allegations. But all it really does is solidify them. Who's out here recording the moments up to them having sex with people, bro? Mew says AshtroNova wasn't that drunk, but in the video you can clearly hear her slurring her speech and being quite incoherent. The video that he literally posted contradicts so many of the claims he made when trying to defend himself against these allegations that in my mind it pretty much makes him guilty. Like, it pretty much makes him guilty, and that's not even an exaggeration.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I try to pay attention. I try to pay attention, but are you not tired? This is what you say up, huh?
Actually, not. I just like hyper-focus because I was doing like insurance before I got diagnosed.
Oh.
And before, like, because it took like 1.5 years for me to get it like all off. But before, I was taking like different meds. It goes on trial with like different stuff for like a year. And then they put me on Adderall because it was just like really last close.
I think it's pretty safe to say, based off that recording alone, AshtroNova was clearly a little bit, at the very least, a little bit intoxicated in that clip. And I'd be willing to bet money on the fact that it was more than a little bit, which is in complete contradiction to claims that FazeMew made in his twit longer in response to the situation. I'm just getting back into the vibe of making content now, so I may not include everything that I want to in this video. If that is the case, and if I end up leaving out too much, I will make a follow-up video to this situation, and I do also plan on, like I said before, doing a live stream tomorrow as well, covering all of the situation from front to back. I think that the situation needs to be archived, quite frankly, so I will be the one to do that. But my point in saying all that is that there is absolutely no shortage of contradictions on FazeMew's end in this situation. So much of what he said in defense of himself has turned out to be complete and utter lies. Honestly, maybe I'll make this a second channel video. I don't think it's quite up to par for the main channel. I really didn't include everything that I wanted to, so yeah. Buster Dead channel, how you doing? How you doing? I didn't know we'd be here, but hope we're doing well. Look, man, with this being a second channel video, I don't think I really got much more to say on the situation. Like I mentioned before, I will be continuing to cover this situation over the next couple of days between the two channels, so if you aren't already subbed to the main, be sure to do so. If you haven't subbed to this channel already, be sure to do so. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and with all that out of the way, I'm out of here, fellas. Peace.